Jesus Christ. Selfie. It is time for some more Mushoku Tensei. Make sure you leave a like this video, support, subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't already, but Patreon is where you can catch my full live reactions, all some more. But let's jump into it, see what they got in store for us this week. No one seems to agree on when big moments are going to arrive, so let's see what they got in store. Okay, so she still has that motherly instincts. I wonder if it was the combination of both saying, like, hey, this is your grandma, and then, like, that's triggered something to her, like, having that parental instinct to want to care for her and nurture her. Was it Sara? Well, ooh. So, these are my two wives. This gotta suck, though, when you turn someone down and then you come back and meet them and they have two other women with... Yogi Bear gotten thick. Holy shit. The most diabolical thing would be if, like, instead of actually having Eris as the third, they had Sara. Using you as a escape rather than healing from his actual emotions. Kind of like trying to just jump into a new relationship when a relationship ends, right? You're not properly taking time to heal and move on, right? It's definitely up there for one of his most sincere apologies. Like, I'm not going to say it's the most sincere, because, like, he's definitely apologized to Paul about how he was in terms of, like, his relationship with his parents. In the top handful of, Rudy, like, sincere... Oh, Sylph, has some fucking self-esteem, girl. Just because bro had some feelings for a girl back in the day doesn't mean they gotta join the harem. That means anytime anyone does something that he deems as life-saving, he's gonna fall in love. The funny thing is knowing Rudy, with how much he's healed, when he realizes that Eris had no idea that he assumed it was a betrayal, but, like, she thought she properly communicated, he'll be like, oh, that makes sense. Like, that's how Rudy will be. Like, let's be 100% real. Sword King Eris is crazy. You know what's crazy? Everyone and their mother assumed that the next drama when it came to the Thropples dynamic, that being Rudy, Sylphie, and Roxy, would of course be Eris, the mad dog. She's out here training to be Sword King, and lo and behold, she fucking did it. But instead, Sara made a surprise reintroduction. That's fascinating. I didn't see that one coming. I really, really didn't. And what I really like is that it's kind of a double whammy. On one hand, it does reinforce that 100% Little Miss Eris is going to be the next one in the group, right? We'll go from a throuple to a quadruple. And, I mean, Rudy's already acknowledging that, hey, Ruger did tell me that it was clearly a misunderstanding. He's healed enough that, like, I mean, if this was season 2 Rudy, he'd probably tell her to pound sand, but, like, Eris literally had no idea what she did, right? Like, she truly thought there was communication because she's kind of an idiot. And you know damn well that if the fandom, the roles were reversed and Rudy had done that to her, they would be telling Eris to get over it, of course. So she's definitely going to be the one to be brought in. And I think it's officially confirmed at this point. I mean, immediately when he thought, who could I potentially love to want to marry and bring into this relationship, it was Eris. There was some pain still there, but with proper communication, and I think once he sees the fact that she disappeared because she needed to be stronger for him so that she can protect him so that he would never suffer again, he's gonna be like, oh shit, she's just kind of an idiot but sweet. Oh yeah, I'm good. Half the fandom will cry about that, but you know what, it is what it is. But I find it fascinating that we all thought, like, when this drama would be here is because of that. The fact that we had to go over an arc where Sylphie and Roxy, they know, like, bro's gonna have a past. And in this case, it was an ex that didn't really go anywhere. He never really quite loved her. It was more of basically a situation where you get out of a relationship and you try to fill that void with the next thing that shows you any interests. And it is hilarious to me that he pretty much straight up said, okay, the type of women I like, the ones who save me. Bro, that's so unhealthy. Like, he's saying, oh, it's going to be very hard to find women who will save me in these times of need. But you know what, like... Bro's basically a high school girl who got dumped. He's like, yeah, anyone who saves my life. Fucking Rudy, man. But Sara, we did not leave on good terms, right? Like, it was a very toxic finale. And you get the outrage, you get the heartbreak, you get everything, right? But I think it was an important scene because before bringing Eris into the equation, by having him put a lid just to resolve everything that we have done in our past, to say, hey, this is a situation where it's not just... that is seemingly his limit. A girl who truly saves him. So if Sara would have cured his limp dick, she would have been married, for sure. And a part of me laughs at it, a part of me gets it. It's a very interesting dynamic. that, as I always say, we watch shows like Mushoku Tensei not to relate to characters, but to watch good storytelling. Can't relate to a single thing with Sara, but damn am I fascinated by her story here. And I like the fact that it's not about rekindling an old flame. It's not about jump-starting something new. It's just about to be like, hey, we parted on shitty terms last time. Yeah, I never would have had a shot after all. When you come back and you realize this man has married not one but two and has kids, like, come on, like, it's gonna sting to realize that you lost to not one but two. But this was a very powerful scene to really get across that Rudy isn't just gonna go for everyone from here on out. Eris is definitely in, and I think it will stop with Eris. Given that I feel like it's going to be like a trilogy of like what saved what. And I mean, it's probably, if I had to guess, she going to save him from a life or death moment. If bro is out here saying, I want to be, I fall in love and I truly can't live without people who save me. I mean, hand, limp dick, probably his life. Eris is probably going to, with that new skill set, she's probably going to pop up, going to be complicated. Rudy's going to do what Sylphie requested, bring her home. Something's going to pop off, and she's going to put that new swordsmanship to the test and either save Rudy or his family or someone that's important. And he's like, shit. Now I understand why she disappeared. Me having to suffer a limp dick syndrome for a couple of years means nothing if this is the type of power she came back for and now can protect my family. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting. And I think by having that combination of Sara and Eris all in one episode, now, of course, Rudy didn't interact with Eris, it really does a lot. Definitely one of the stronger episodes of season 3 for sure. And it's going to be interesting to see when everything kind of comes together, right? Because there will be drama. This will be the worst of his reunions, but with that worst reunion could blossom something special. I still have no idea how she's going to respond to Rudy being with Roxy and Sylphie. Because I honestly forget how, like, her personality is when it comes to that stuff. Like, she'll probably be salty, but then she'll be like, oh, shit. Fuck, I didn't communicate well enough. Like, that's my vibe. To be honest, I actually think Rudy will be the more salty one out of the two of them. And it'll be interesting to see how they handle it. But, as I always say, almost every character in this show does shitty things or miscommunicates or tramples on other people's feelings. We gotta hate them all if we're gonna hate one over the other, right? And that's why I really like everything that's been built up here. And it'll be interesting because if we assume Eris does get brought in properly, marry her too, do we eventually leave the home? Do we go on an adventure? Does something happen? I don't know. All I hope is that whatever the next turning point will be, we don't get thrown in the fucking air and separated for God knows how many years again. You know what I mean? But this was a great episode. I really liked it. I think they're training to be their absolute best. We have the best mages, best swordsmen. We're building a very powerful family. And hopefully, what his OG Rudius family went through, with losing family members, amnesias, and the like, isn't going to be a reoccurring theme. Because if so, goddamn trauma inbound. But I really liked this episode. Let me know what you thought. What did you think? How you feeling about the season? I think it's been a very good season. It may not be completely explosive every so often. Like, not every episode's blasting off with the crazy Asaka. But I mean, the great fight here, great fight in the Eris episodes, and sometimes they're casting spells in a beautiful way. I don't know, I like the fact that they can blend slice of life and not just always have to rush into the next big thing. That's what helps build these characters in pieces, you know? For your thoughts, like, comment, subscribe, Patreon for live reactions, and of course, if you're already over on my Patreon, I'll also give you a video show, because my patrons are what fund this YouTube channel. Alrighty, so today we got Steve 3, Alterian, Kutzaima, Ticking, good name, Ryan Dang, Rod N, Aaron Kim, Snidely Whiplash, and we also have DP Phantom, so I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.